look, we're live thing. Welcome to Bulldog 580 Sports Chat. We got, as I call him, Tommy D in the bottom and Mr. Max in the upper right. WrestleMania weekend, boys.
What's going on?
Another year. No Vince McMahon.
Well, I busted out my jersey from WrestleMania 19 that Max and I went to.
Oh, nice. Wow, nice. All right. I've never been to a WrestleMania. I almost went to, I think WrestleMania 10. It was in the Garden. I almost went to that one. That's crazy. 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. They put on a good show there because it was at Safeco.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Before John Cena was really popular, he came out and rapped before like WrestleMania even started.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And I remember our seats were right behind the lingerie pillow fight stage.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, which was right behind there and kind of by the stage. And when they would come out, and you guys have been to live events, they look bigger or smaller on TV than they do in person.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, in person, Brock Lesnar is a beast. TV does him no justice.
Yeah, I could imagine. That's the same like when I Bubba Ray, when I first met Bubba Ray, when I bumped into Bubba Ray Dudley here in New York, and when he was in ECW, he's huge. Like, I mean, I think he lost a lot more weight when he went to WWE, but when he was in ECW, he was a big dude, Bubba Ray.
Like 320?
About 3 and some change, and he's tall. And I remember saying what's up to him, and he just looked at me and walked away and kept walking because he played, he played his character pretty well. He was hated. So
yeah, good old Bully Ray.
Yeah.
I met Kevin Nash here years ago. That dude's a dick.
Really?
That's what I've heard. He seems like it too from his podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Arrogant prick.
He was. It was at a WrestleCon in Oklahoma City. We went up there and I was just, there was no one at his line. He was charging like $50 an autograph.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And hey, they got to make their money. I get it. And he's sitting there and I'm just, trying to talk to him. I'm talking Oklahoma City Thunder basketball. And he looks at me and goes, "You going to buy an autograph?" I go, "Not now, dick."
Wow.
I mean,
good for you.
There.
Because Kevin Nash made some good money for him to charge $50.
He made great money.
Yeah. To charge $50 an autograph. When I used to go to ECW events years ago, the only one that charged was Rob Van Dam, and that was because I think it was at a car dealership. There was like a thing he was at somewhere. I think he did a promotion with them, and they did Polaroids, and it was him and Alfonso, and they took Polaroids, and you had to pay $20 for it with Rob Van Dam with the TV title. They let you hold the TV title at the time. So I took a picture of him. I have a picture of me with him and Alfonso. They signed the picture too. $20.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And that was just paying mainly for the film coming out of the Polaroid.
Exactly. And you got the autograph on it. You got to hold the championship, the ECW TV championship. And these guys, in ECW, they weren't getting paid good money. They were getting paid scraps.
If they were getting paid at all.
Yeah, Kevin Nash to charge $50. That's bananas.
Yeah.
And I've met a few wrestlers. I met Justin Incredible. I took a picture with him. Didn't have to pay. Taz. All the ECW guys is cool. I hung out with New Jack. New Jack was very cool to hang out with. He New Jack is cool in person. But New Jack, if you ever seen I know you've probably seen Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
He wanted to play and defend, I guess, the wrestling business. And and he took it to the extreme, I guess, when people didn't, were considered, I guess, jerks. I don't want to say the other word on the air, but and he gave it to them, real. But in person, he was a real cool guy. I remember it was me and a friend of mine, and we said, "Yo, can we take a picture of you putting us in a headlock or something?" And he said, "No, we can't do that because then they could come and sue him later or something like that." So like he wouldn't even want to do that, like
No, that's standard because at that same WrestleCon, I was trying to get the Rock and Roll Express to do it.
Yeah.
Put me in a headlock, and they wouldn't. And they wouldn't do it. They said, "No, we can't do that. We may get hit."
Yeah, yeah.
Jim Cornette was there. Jim Cornette, dude, was awesome.
Yeah,
My friend
I watch
Bobby,
his podcast
he
all the
was in the
time. He is so
hospital.
funny.
yeah. I
And
love
he
Jim
called him
Cornette.
up and left him a voicemail because, of course, Bobby didn't answer. Dude, it
You
had to be.
oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah,
Dude, that was like the best voicemail he ever. I was like, and Bobby was pissed. He switched phones and he lost a voicemail. He goes, "Man, I love that."
man.
But Cornette was, and hey, he didn't charge. He didn't do nothing. You know, Rock and Roll Express didn't charge. Jeff Jarrett, he did charge, but it was like $5 for the picture.
Okay,
Right.
And he signed it for me, which was cool.
Should have put Ricky Morton in a headlock. See if he'd sell for you.
Who?
Ricky Morton from Rock and Roll Express.
Oh man, Ricky Morton is one of the best workers in the history of the business. Like, you know,
and I think they're still going.
Oh, I think so too. Funny enough.
Not Rick Morton. I'm thinking. Not Ricky Morton. I'm thinking the other one.
Robert Gibson.
No, you know what? I'm thinking of Midnight Express. Sorry.
That's
what I'm thinking of. He passed away.
Bobby Eaton.
Yeah, Bobby Eaton. He was a great worker. That's what I thought of. But now I thought of Midnight Express when you said Rock and Roll Express. I'm sorry. Yeah. But that's what I thought of. Bobby Eaton. He was a great worker.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move to let's start some WrestleMania stuff. Maybe start off with if we have a favorite WrestleMania match. Max, you got one?
I don't know. We'll see because it wouldn't be announced yet. But I'm hoping for Cody and Roman in the title for Sunday. I'm hoping, but
okay. Is there a match you've seen that you've liked in the past? I
know
you watched wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, in the past. Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. That's probably my favorite WrestleMania match.
That was a good one. Wasn't my pick. My pick was easy.
The original ladder match.
That was a good one.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good match. That was the first ladder match, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That was the first ladder match. Yeah, that's a good one to pick. Wow, I forgot that was at WrestleMania.
Yeah. What's yours, Thomas?
It's tough. I'm gonna go to the original, like to way back. I'm gonna go to WrestleMania 3. And only because it sticks in my mind all the time. And I'm gonna go Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man.
Dude, that was mine. That was the first.
Oh really?
Head. Yes.
That was a great match.
That match is amazing.
Yeah.
And I remember being a little kid. You know, we didn't get pay-per-views back then. You know, we couldn't afford
you had to go to the video store.
You go to the video store. I'd rent WrestleMania 3. I think I rented that thing like 5 weekends in a row, and I'd always rewind that match.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal match, man. Those are great workers. I mean, I heard stories that they practiced that match beforehand because Macho Man used to do that a lot, supposedly. But Ricky Steamboat was just a great worker in general. Like he could work with anyone. You know?
Yeah, I was watching something or reading something where
that's who Flair says his favorite matches were with Ricky Steamboat.
Oh, what with Flair and Steamboat?
Yeah, Flair. That was Flair's favorite partner. You know, or you know, somebody you work with Steamboat.
Yeah, well, they used to work 1 hour matches.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's insane. You know,
I couldn't imagine anybody going an hour anymore.
No, it's unheard of. I mean, the last time I think was what was it called, the Iron Man match with was it Michaels and Bret Hart was the last one I could remember off the top of my head, right? And that was supposed to be an hour, and they did the overtime.
Didn't AEW do one in the last year or two? Am I wrong?
I couldn't tell you.
Because I know AEW does have longer matches than WWE.
Probably.
Their storylines aren't as good.
Who?
I said the storylines aren't as good in AEW.
Yeah. I haven't watched much AEW when it first came out.
Oh, I love watching it. Their matches are great, but he hurries those storylines. It's like, let them draw out. I miss the old days. You know, a feud started the day after WrestleMania or at WrestleMania. It went the whole year and ended at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I miss those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and especially like the day after WrestleMania is always the best Raw. It used to be the best Raw. You know, not anymore.
It'll be interesting. This one, you know, since they've been letting, you know, I should say not everyone, The Rock and Cody cuss a little bit more and seeing what they let
Oh,
the
yeah.
crowd get away with, because the crowd is always loud. That one.
Yeah. I think that's more because The Rock has like part ownership now, right?
Well, yeah, he's
Well,
drawing.
he's like
people in.
CEO. I don't think he has ownership, but he's
Well, he's on the board.
man, pretty much.
Okay, he's on the board. Yeah.
All right, so since we brought in this one for WrestleMania 40, we got any surprise entrants, any appearances, or anything we think?
You know, I
I'm
thought
gonna say George Kittle again.
Who?
George Kittle from the 49ers.
I wish he'd get pile driver. I can't stand it. As you know, I'm a real Seahawks fan, just like you, and I hate the 49ers. I can't. So it'll be nice if somebody hit him with a chair and it was legit.
Right. He actually takes a chair shot rather than just gets to go in there and throw a couple clotheslines.
And then just, then he's out for like the season. So that would be great. But I heard Goldust. I don't know how true it is, but I heard he might get the pass.
I've been seeing a lot that there's a chance for that. I've been seeing Austin and Cena. I'm thinking the Bloodline is going to have a couple people show up.
Who though?
Well, they have another, like one of his sons or something, like one of the brothers or something. He's going to make his debut supposedly. Like
supposedly. Rikishi's a possibility.
Fatu
so
maybe.
We'll see. I'm sure we'll hit some of that when we get to that big match.
Okay. Any big surprise? I mean, besides Goldust and Austin, anybody big that rumored? I haven't heard anything.
Not really. I mean, haven't heard nothing on Goldberg.
I don't want to see him anyway.
Gilbert.
Yeah, I can't stand Goldberg.
I think it's too soon for Charlotte to come back from. She had major knee surgery.
Yeah.
I highly doubt Beth Phoenix shows up anymore, but I wouldn't call her major.
Nah.
No.
Austin is pretty major. Like that'd be big.
Yeah.
Like some people are saying Austin.
Same with Cena. I mean, Cena would be pretty big too.
Yeah. I'm not a big Cena guy.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
I mean, his movies are pretty good, but yeah. Yeah, right. Don't do that. You make your picture even worse when you do that.
I know, you can barely see my hand.
Right.
We can't see you.
Yeah, we literally can't see you anymore.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting all around. I mean, I already have a feeling that some turns and some heel turns might happen.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll probably hit some of those because we're probably thinking on the same page on a couple of these, especially one of them. We'll get to the matches and we'll probably
Yeah.
All right, some of the matches not so great. We'll just start with this match. We started with Max on WrestleMania match, so we'll start with Thomas. Your thoughts on the Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Santos, Tom and Nick?
I guess I'll lead off. This one is interesting because of Dominic. I like Dominic. I think Dominic is top 3 the most over guy.
You mean Dominic or Tom and Nick? Dude, that Tom and Nick one is great. They need to keep with that story.
I like it. I feel like he's gonna leave the Judgment Day. I just don't know what they're gonna do with him, whether it's a face turn or he stays heel, because he's so over right now. Like that's what I'm saying. Like in the whole wrestling, he's top 3. He might even be number 1.
He seems to be a good heel.
Yeah, he's the best. He gets the best reaction from the crowd than probably anybody. Not named maybe Reigns or The Rock or maybe even Cody. I think Dominic, he gets the best crowd reaction. I think it's interesting. I feel like he's gonna turn, but he may stay heel, but I think he leaves the Judgment Day.
I think he would need to stay heel.
Okay, yeah,
because the reaction he gets as a face, he won't get that same reaction. There's no way.
No, I don't think so. No.
But as far as this match goes, I'm just kind of on this match. It'll probably be Ray and Dragon Lee winning it, in all honesty.
I don't know. Because Dom's been jobbing lately. He hasn't got a win. So I feel like he's due to get a win. And Mysterio, and he already jobbed and lost to Mysterio last year. So I don't see it. I think he gets a win here. I think he gets his first big WrestleMania win. I think Mysterio, and I feel bad for Dragon Lee, but I think they do the job for them. I think they lose, and I think Dominic gets a win here. It'd be interesting if Mysterio turns.
I don't know.
That would be interesting.
That would put him with Santos, and
yeah.
I see at this point in his career with Ray, it's kind of like Shawn Michaels towards the end.
Yeah.
What could he really do to be bad? To be that heel,
Yeah.
what could he really do?
Yeah.
Max, you got thoughts on the match?
Yeah, not really. I only watch WrestleMania pretty much. I do keep up a little bit, but not a lot. But I agree. Watching WrestleMania last year, Dominic to me seemed like a jobber. He was a real low card guy. Mysterio, he's always kind of been middle to the bottom part of the card. So it seems like a very good first match. Because again, Dominic seems like he's super over. Even last year at WrestleMania, he seemed like he was super over. Santos and Dragon Lee, I have no idea who they are. But yeah. So don't care.
Okay.
Santos is good. I just don't. I don't know if they use him.
He is good. I kind of liked him better with Ray than I do as a heel. He doesn't pull off that heel.
Yeah.
Definitely not as well as Tom and Nick.
No.
Definitely not that good.
Dominic was he did play a very good bratty little heel last year at WrestleMania. Yeah. Like I said, he's got his character down well.
Yeah, and he can hardly talk. So that's always good.
Yeah.
And I kind of went in order how they had it. So I guess next match is, to me, another match. Bianca, Naomi, and Jade making her WrestleMania debut versus Damage Control. Thomas, you started the last one. Max, you'll probably be quick and say, I don't care.
Yeah. The Damage Control, that's a bunch of is that all the Asian girls? Is that Damage Control?
For the most part.
Yeah, except
got you.
What's
Dakota Kai?
Yes.
Which Dakota Kai is probably my favorite out of all of.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. And you said Jade Cargill. That's her debut match. I don't even know who that is. Who is she?
She is a very muscular woman.
She was in AEW or TNA?
AEW.
She was in AEW. Yeah.
I think that team's probably going to win then, because they got Bianca too, and she's a superstar.
I feel like Jade is going to turn. I feel like they're trying to set up Bianca versus Jade. I think that's the feud I think they're going to work on.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Jade, she needs that person to talk for her. She's not great on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Who they put with her, I couldn't tell you, but I think her and Bianca, they would be great matches.
Yeah.
They're both muscular women that could put on definitely some power moves and some nice, I wouldn't say aerial moves, but some good moves.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I don't want to say definitely, but I can see, I think that's the best route for them to do with these girls. Naomi's kind of just there. She's just there like to work. Like she's a good worker. Like she could work with pretty much everybody, but at this point in her career, she's not as over as Bianca is. And I think they're trying to push Jade. I just don't know. I don't see Bianca turning heel. I thought she would turn heel when the Street Profits kind of went with Lashley, and I thought she was going to kind of join that faction, and that didn't happen. So I think now we may see Jade. Maybe she might be the heel, but I have a feeling that one of them turn, and if not, maybe Jade, and starts that feud with Bianca, and Damage Control wins the match.
Yeah, I totally could see Jade being the heel. I do see Damage Control winning the match. Because Bianca, I don't see her turning heel because she's signed up with Cody for doing some kind of promotional events with kids, and I don't see them turning her quite yet.
Okay, that makes sense.
You can get Wyatt. then Jade could attack her. You know what I'm saying? Get super heat on her too. Because
Yeah,
I just looked at a picture of her. Yeah, she's built like a brick shithouse, man.
Yeah.
You just looked her up, didn't you?
Yeah, I totally did. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, she's a cut woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. She'd be perfect for Bianca though.
Yeah.
Because Bianca may not be cut, but she's pretty buff.
Yeah, she's got some arms on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely does.
Right, so that's that match. The next one, and I'll start this one, the 6-pack ladder tag team match. I honestly, when they had the big surprise, I was hoping they were going to do something to split the tag titles. So this one is disappointing to me. I do see, I probably see DIY winning this one. They're pushing them. I just don't think they're that over. And if they don't get very over with the belts, they'll have it for a month or two and be done and just walk away. But that's my pick is DIY. But I lost interest when they said this is what it was going to be.
That's interesting. I kind of want to agree with you now. I think we're definitely going to see a new team, and I think we might even see a breakup between Priest and Balor. I don't know how. Maybe not that night, but maybe going into like Raw or something. But I could see that happen. I could see them finally putting these guys kind of finally getting over, and giving them a chance to the titles. But I agree with you. Like I thought they were going to split the titles up, give and do the Raw SmackDown thing. But I guess
I hope they don't break up the Judgment Day. I hope they don't break it up. If one leaves. Because, dude, it's great when they come out there. Especially throwing R-Truth in there. That just threw some new.
Oh.
Dude, R-Truth with that is hilarious.
Oh, he's great. I'm glad they're finally using him a little bit more because he's good in the ring. And
yeah, he is.
In TNA, he was great.
Yeah, and he's what 47, 48.
Yeah, he's already bro.
Yeah.
And shoot, he may be the one that costs the match where DIY wins it, or as he says, DX, Triple X is Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Max, you got any thoughts on this one?
No, because I don't even know who's in DIY or I knew Finn Balor. I know the Judgment Day. I know that one, but yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, so they should have split up the tag team titles though. It's stupid to have them still combined like that.
Yeah, they split everything else up but the tag belts.
Yeah.
Right.
And they still walk around with both. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous at this point.
And maybe what comes out of this, maybe Priest finally gets a push. I love Damian Priest. I always have. I like him better than Baylor. Baylor had his chance, and I know he got hurt, but sometimes when you get hurt, you don't get that chance again.
Yeah.
And it sucks. They kind of gave it to him again a little bit. Was it last year or the year before? And it just didn't go over well.
Yeah. I wonder when he's going to cash in.
Most of them been done at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And, I mean, the perfect time would be Sunday of when for not Cody and Reigns. That would really mess a lot. That would really kill. Like if and I know we haven't got to it, but if who wins and finishes, if he cashes in, then I think that would kill everything. I don't think they should do that. So I would see him more maybe cashing in on Rollins, because I think Rollins is definitely going to lose the title. If not Sunday, maybe the night after, because he's supposed to get surgery supposedly.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that. And when we get to that Rollins McIntyre match, I think that's what's going to happen, but the other way around, so they can keep the Drew going. So
yeah, and that would be great. That would be funny.
All right, so next match we got Jimmy versus Jey Uso. Max, you know any of these guys?
Yeah, man, these were the tag team titles. Or they were champs last year. They hate each other now. See, I know kind of what's going on. Don't know what's going on in their story anymore, really, but I would say Jay's going to win, though. Yep, Jay.
Thomas?
I don't know. It's really, I don't know what they're going to do with And it's interesting they did it Saturday, right? Because it leaves everything open for Sunday, because a lot of things can happen on Sunday in the main event Sunday. I don't know.
Depending on who wins Saturday.
Huh?
Depending on who wins Saturday, though, right?
Depending on who wins Saturday. But I think either way, whoever wins Saturday, it still leads up to Sunday. To like does one win, and do they become, brothers again and friends, or does Rikishi pick a side if Rikishi shows up? Maybe. No.
I'm thinking what's going to happen in this match. Jay's going to win, but it won't be clean. That's when their cousin or whatever is going to show up, make his debut to help. Well, and maybe Jimmy wins, because of that interference. But Jay will come out looking strong on this. That opens the door for Sunday night, or shoot, even Saturday night's main event. Hey, you've got a new bloodline guy in here. I can't even think of the dude's name. He shows up at either one of those. Hey, that also throws, does Jay show up? And then what does he do later? But I think it's going to be a good match. I mean, I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah,
working together
this should be good.
Years, this should be a good match.
Do you think Rikishi makes an appearance in this match?
Not this match.
Okay.
What happened to Rikishi's kid? Where's he at?
Which one? Jimmy and Jay?
No, the one of the other one with the spike.
Solo.
Yeah, Solo. What's he doing?
Does he even have a match?
No,
he's not. I don't think he's in there.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's Solo that interferes in this. There's another one of them that's their cousin.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Independence. I think that's who shows up.
So Solo isn't part of this feud then? He's not in the middle of it somehow?
He's kind of stayed out of these two.
Yeah, but he's more with
Jimmy.
With Jimmy. So
yeah, he's with the bloodline.
He'll probably be in the corner of Jimmy in the match, I would think. That'd be my guess.
Or you're right. Does Rikishi show up because Solo's interfering? It's 2-on-1, blah blah blah. But I still think it's going to be a great match.
Yeah. You have a comment from a Facebook user. I don't. It says no. I don't know. What that means.
Yes, I can't see who done it. What does it say?
Yeah, it just says Facebook user.
It says no.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's probably saying no, that Rikishi would not be.
That's true.
Will not show up.
Or maybe the other brother. I think it's a Fatu last name or something.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Let's see.
By the way, I have a Jey Uso card complimentary of Bulldog Sports. So I signed one.
Dude, that I tell people about that card all the time. And there's an actual ladder rung piece in there.
Yeah, there was a piece of the ladder. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because was that a of 5 or is that a 101?
I think it was out. You know what? It might have been 101. I thought it was out of 5.
Was 101 because yours was pulled, and then the next one was the Anthony Daniels C-3PO Star Wars that was of 5.
Okay, yeah. I just know that it was a cool ass card. So it was funny that somebody thought it was like it looks like Jimmy, and it was like they're twins.
Yeah, it should look like one of them. But one has short hair, one has long hair.
Yeah. So,
all right. Next,
he says, "I'm your uncle."
It's either Merv or Bobby. It's probably Bobby because Bobby is a wrestling fanatic.
Okay.
Let me go into the group. I could tell you. I could look it up if I go into the group on Facebook.
Okay.
Yep, it's Uncle Bobo. All right. Next one. Gunther and Sami Zayn, which I misspelled. That's all right. That could be fixed. Who wants to leave?
You misspelled like every single title to the ones we posted the other night, by the way.
Well, dude, I'm old and I can barely see. And my glasses don't help. I put my glasses on, it makes it worse.
That's
maybe you should go get some new glasses, bud.
These were new glasses, dude.
Well, maybe you should go get some new ones because these obviously didn't work out for you so well.
All right, so who wants to lead this one off? Max, you probably don't follow this one much.
Well, I mean, Sami Zayn was in a joke match last year at WrestleMania. Gunther's
2 years
been
ago.
holding the
That was
title
2 years ago.
Or 2 years. Okay, 2 years ago. Oh, that's right. He was with the Bloodline last year wearing the silly shirt. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Gunther, though, he's had the title for well over a year. But is Sami Zayn the one to take it from him? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Gunther keeps his title.
I think you're right. Gunther wins. If Gunther doesn't win, it's going to be because he's going to make a run at the world title because Gunther's over. He's one of the best guys they got.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he should have won the Royal Rumble this year, but I like Gunther. And Sammy's just a good worker. He's just there to, you know,
it's solid
to put guys over and stuff like that. I don't see Sammy winning, unless, you know, maybe Chad helps him. But I can see Chad maybe turning.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, but I think Gunther wins. I think they're gonna keep Gunther rolling with this because he's probably one of the top stars they got, and that's the next best title, I guess. So I think they let him hold it until he's ready to go on to challenge for the world title because I think he'll be a world champion eventually.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, but I definitely think Gable interferes trying to help Sammy, but it makes Sammy lose, and it starts a feud, Sammy and Gable, which that actually would be really good.
Yeah,
that'd be good matches. He's the type, he's over, kind of like Gable, but Gable's not to the degree of Sammy. Sammy doesn't need a belt.
No.
He's so over with the crowd. He don't need it. But I think Gunther wins because of Gable trying to help Sammy by mistake. That starts their feud. And whenever they settle what's going on with the World Championships, either belt after this, Gunther does go after. I mean, Gunther.
Gunther. Yep.
Gunther. Yeah. And it'll be good because Sami Zayn will put Gable over. Like, Gable needs somebody to really get him over. Like, you know, he's a good worker, but he's not over with the crowd. He's not, you know, they don't believe in his character pretty much. Like, he's a miniature Kurt Angle. Right? You know,
yeah.
And he's starting. His mic skills has gotten a lot better, but he's still short. You know, and it's tough. You know, in WWE they like the big guys. You know, the smaller guys don't really get, you know, that much. You know, what's the word? They don't get really the big title runs. You know, so
right.
You know,
Sami Zayn is
the guy that could put him over.
With Vinnie Mac being gone, that should change quite a bit of it. I don't know how much The Rock is going to bring in. We all know Vince was on the big dudes.
Yeah.
You know, Omos is perfect example. Dude's a waste for a wrestler.
Yep.
But these little guys, since Triple H has been doing it, they've been getting bigger pushes. I mean, and the crowd can help them.
The crowd helps. It's tough when you got big guys with the title, though. You know what I mean? From just a reality standpoint, it's tough to have like a Rey Mysterio beat Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that makes the rib a little bit tougher to sell.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they could have the title like for like a week or two, like they've done in the past, and then, you know, then the big guy gets the title. You know? Like the Miz, had it for like a week, right? And then Lashley destroyed him.
Yep. All right, so now we got
again?
I'm actually looking forward to this match. Rhea versus Becky.
This should be a good match. I'm not a fan of Becky anymore. I used to like Becky when she first came up, but I'm kind of over the man already. that whole thing, and you know, she's good on occasion, but I'm not a big Becky fan. I mean, I think Rhea wins in a good match, and I hope she wins. Like I said, I'm just not a Becky Lynch fan.
Mr. Max,
me either. I think Rhea. I hope Rhea wins as well. Yeah, Becky Lynch just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley though, she's hot too though. So yeah, I think she wins. I don't think you can take the belt off her.
No, I'm hoping Rhea wins. I don't know if you guys watched the pay-per-view. They can call it PLE all they want in Australia. Dude, she got the loudest pop of the night.
Of course she did. I mean, that's her hometown.
Yeah,
it
her
is.
Country.
And for a woman wrestler to get that, I mean, that was huge. And I didn't like how they were trying to throw Nia Jax in there. I can't stand Nia Jax. Can't stand her.
It's terrible.
But I'm pretty sure they would want to keep going with Rhea. But who do they have to keep going with her? Do they put Jade against her after the Bianca Jade thing? If that's
probably the winner of that match will go after Rhea, probably.
Yeah, and I think that's a better match. I think either one, would be better matches with Rhea than Becky Lynch or Bailey or I mean Becky she plays her role well. It's just now like the last few years her character is just not as believable as it was in the beginning. When she first came up, I thought it was more believable. She was losing in the beginning and she made like a little run and to me, but I think the storyline, her gimmick is kind of faded. So
yeah.
I mean, and it's hard to kind of repackage her.
Yeah, you're right. It is going to be tough to repackage her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, has she hit the point? She's been around for quite a few years.
Yeah.
She's hit the point. Does she need a belt? She's just there to put people over and put on good matches.
She doesn't. I mean, she's over. She's still over with the crowd, which is big. And I don't think. Yeah, you're right. I don't think she needs a title to be over. Yeah. I mean, but I'm kind of over her already. So just put it that way. I'm over Becky Lynch.
All right, I'm going to save the next one because it's the main event in Saturday, and we'll probably talk about both of those after these other ones because we know they're going to tie together.
Oh, of course they will, yeah.
So the next one I think is another just tossed-in match of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Final Testament. Who wants to go?
I will. I have no idea about this whole match, so go ahead. I said I have no idea about any. I don't know who Lashley is. Yeah, that's about it. And the Street Profits, isn't that one of them is Bianca's husband, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Montez Ford.
Right, but the other four people, no idea.
Well, you have Karrion Kross, who I thought was going to be much better than what he was. I don't think they packaged him well. He's bad and he's supposed to be a solid, good worker and good on the mic, but he's just. I think WWE's done bad with all these guys. The Street Profits, they should have split them up, in my opinion. I think they would be better solo wrestlers than tag teams at this point. Karrion Kross, I don't know who the other two guys are, that tag team.
What are they? They were with Seth Rollins. Remember them?
When they came. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they don't do it for me. I was big on Karrion Kross, his gimmick coming in, his ability to talk on the mic, but I was huge on Montez Ford, but he does a lot of like old stuff, which he needs to stop doing that. He keeps doing that, the DX chop and and other stuff like that. He oversells, I think, a little bit too much. He's very athletic. I think he would do better as a singles competitor. And then the other guy, the tag partner, he's pretty good too. I think he could be a good singles wrestler as well.
Well, I think it was last year. We both were talking about Montez getting ready. It's like, and it never happened.
Yeah.
I think it's the Profits have ran their time. They've been around a little while.
They were together last year at WrestleMania, weren't they?
I don't even remember if they had a match.
I don't think. I want to say they've been together for, like you say, a long time.
Yeah,
they have been. Bobby Lashley was just thrown into this because last year he didn't get in with the Bray Wyatt situation.
Yeah.
You brought up Karrion Kross. dude looks good. They're misusing him. You are correct. I think this is Karrion's last attempt for them to push.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, he's gone. But I kind of like this with the Authors of Pain with him. You know, it actually makes him look strong because he was having some weak feuds and then losing. It's like,
yeah,
you got to build him up strong.
Yeah.
And the fact, you know, Paul Ethering's with them. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's a good point, and that kind of helps. That does help him, but his in ring has just been sloppy. Like his matches has just not been as crisp. There's it looks like a lot of mistakes. It's not as crispy like you would want it to be in a guy like him. The same as for another guy we're going to talk about later. He has a big match, and I hope that match does well because I feel like this is his last chance. But I'll tell you when we get there. But Karrion Kross, same predicament as this guy. We'll talk about later, who's really over, but his in work, you know, I'm a wrestling fan.
I'm about to click.
Huh?
It's probably the next one I'm about to click.
I'm a wrestling fan, and I like to see good wrestling. I like to see good work in the ring. Of course, everybody likes the people on the mic, you know, the mic skills. They like to laugh, the promos and stuff. But you know, you want to see the good work in the ring, you know.
Yeah.
And Karrion Kross, I thought he was going to be a lot better, and he's just.
Well, look at it from his standpoint, and I don't know the guy. I never talked to him. Is he putting his best effort forward with how they're using him?
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to put me in crap matches, you're going to pay me no matter what. You want to send me home? They're getting paid to get sent home.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, he's got a hot wife. You know, let them go home. Let them do their thing. You know, get paid for it.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, so the next one, and I'm pretty sure you just tell me if I got it. Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. What everybody's saying. I like LA Knight. When he first came in, I thought he was good, and he came in kind of as a heel. And obviously the crowd, he got over the crowd. I thought he was, you know, he's everything that people said he was. And but his work in the ring, there's a lot of botches in there, like, you know, and he's gonna go in against a guy that's really good in the ring. And you know, and let's face it, AJ Styles, he's gonna job. He's gonna, you know, LA Knight's winning this match. I don't see how he doesn't. You know, AJ Styles has been around. AJ Styles is good. I don't like the way they're using AJ Styles to be honest. But he can't mess this up. This is a match that could, you know, be match of the night if they're both on their A game.
Max, you know any of these guys?
Oh yeah, I know AJ Styles. Come on, he's been around forever. Yeah. But I didn't know him. I had to look him up just now. He looks like he's pretty good, but yeah, you're right though. AJ Styles, he's at the point of his career. It seems like now he's just gonna do jobs for people.
Yeah.
And you know,
see, I don't know if he's gonna do a job because he was gone for 2 months. He came back absolutely jacked.
Yeah, he did.
When was the last time you seen his arms that big? It's like,
never.
Damn.
I've never seen it.
I honestly, and this is a long shot, I think AJ Styles wins this match. I don't know about clean, and you're right. It could be a good match. They put LA Knight with AJ to try to see if LA can have a solid match. Hey, can it go smooth?
Mm-hmm.
You know, can we transition from this to this? I would like to see, and if you guys, you know, kept up with a lot of it, which I know Thomas did, they talked about LA copying from The Rock and from Stone Cold. With The Rock being around a lot more, because part of his deal being on the board is appearances.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see a LA Knight Rock on the mic. Let's do a feud, maybe a SummerSlam match or a Survivor Series match. If you want to see what LA Knight could do on the mic, he would be great with The Rock. In a wrestling ring, it wouldn't be so great. You know, maybe I wouldn't even say Roman would be great in the ring, but I would like to see LA with The Rock at some point after this. But you're right. His in-ring work it needs help.
I think that would be a good match because I think their styles would mesh great. because LA Knight is a good worker. Like I've seen LA Knight in other promotions, and he looks good. He's good because LA Knight's, I think he's like upper in his 30s. Like I think he's pushing 40.
He's 41.
He's 41. Wow.
41.
So you see, he's been around a long time. So he is a good worker, and he's been taking a little bit from Austin and The Rock on the mic, but he's always been good in the mic. If you ever seen any of his old promos, but he's just lately, like in the ring, lately he's just been botching up a bunch of moves, and maybe he needs to change kind of his repertoire per se, like in his moves, and do something else. Because all these wrestlers, they have their like 4 or 5 moves they do every match, and maybe he needs to change, like that whole thing he does with he jumps up on like the second rope or third rope, like he stay messing that up, and then he does like a suplex or something. Maybe they need to change it because he's pretty good. But it would be good if AJ wins, because AJ is one of the best they got as far as in ring.
Yep.
And maybe they could stretch it, and AJ will make LA like look good, and maybe put him over to the point where he's in a world title a fight again. You know what I'm saying? I think The Rock SummerSlam now be good, because The Rock, I think he's going to make one more appearance, and I think he's doing a movie. So I don't know, he's not going to be around for a while.
I think this match
show for WrestleMania season, and then go do his movie thing.
Oh, he's I was reading about it. He's got to do certain amount of appearances, to get on that board. It didn't say how many.
Yeah.
But that's how they got him so quick on there. But this match, I think, could have been better if it wasn't rushed, because they were pushing LA Knight, to challenge for Roman Reigns, because the crowd was behind him, and they just kind of rushed in that creative. Probably Triple H's biggest, I would say, blunder besides Karrion Kross. Trying to appease the fans and give LA Knight a chance, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's WrestleMania season. Let's give 2 months to build this story. Putting LA Knight with someone like AJ Styles, building that over a longer period of time would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Who's the heel in this matchup?
AJ.
Okay. He plays a good heel.
I kind of like AJ heel.
Yeah, he's definitely much better as a heel.
Well, and like you were talking with LA Knight not having good ring work recently. I mean, veteran like AJ will definitely help that out.
Yeah.
Or hopefully for the guy, it'll help him out.
Yeah, that's why I think that this could be like the match of the night. Like, they could steal the show. It has that potential.
All right, we move on to the next one. Triple Threat U.S. Championship. Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Max, go. Stop looking it up and go.
I'm not. I was looking at something else. I would say I think Logan's going to walk out with his title, just because I'm sure he's over like hot grease. I'd like to see Randy Orton win it, because Randy Orton's the man. But I assume Logan's going to walk out with it.
I agree, but I got a curveball that somebody brought up. I was watching somebody, a friend of mine.
It's going to be what I'm going to say, isn't it? Go ahead.
I don't think so. Because this is the first time I've heard of it. So I think Logan Paul wins. It'll be some scenario where, it's going to be a good triple threat. And, Randy and Kevin kind of been working together somewhat. So it'll be some scenario where somebody gets RKO'd and Logan Paul like rolls them up or something after that. And Logan wins, but clean. I feel
not clean.
I feel like it's going to be clean. I feel like it'll be clean, because it's triple threat. I mean, I don't see how it couldn't. I mean, it can, but I think it'll be clean. I think they put Logan Paul over in a clean win, because somebody gets hit with Kevin Owens gets hit to the RKO, or Kevin Owens hits Randy with the stunner, and then Logan kind of pushes him out, and one of those type things. But the curveball of the night, from what I just heard, and they're saying that it may happen, is they say that Priest may cash in on Logan Paul. That's what I heard earlier today. I did not. That came out of nowhere, and I was like, that would totally kill Priest, because I think he needs to get a world title at this. Like,
he does need a world, but that is a good curve. That wasn't what I was thinking.
Okay,
because what I'm thinking, I agree with you both. Logan Paul walks out the champ, but KO is a heel after this match,
which would be great, because he's much better as a heel. So
Now,
and then who he feuds with? Orton, I guess. Him and Orton have a feud.
I would
after
say
that?
him and Orton would go
Yeah.
at it. I mean, Orton would be great as a heel, but I would rather
He's
see
too old.
Owens
He's
as
too
the
old,
heel
though, I
versus
think.
fan favorite Orton.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good. I can see that happening also. You know. But I think we're in a consensus. I think Logan Paul walks out the champ.
Yep. All right, we got the next one.
And
The
from what I
other
heard, he's
women's
been getting
title-
better in the ring too.
The what?
He's been
Yeah.
getting better in the ring. Logan.
Dude is great in the
No,
ring.
he's really good. I mean, for a
You
guy
need
just
to go back, watch his matches.
Yeah, he's very athletic. He's a little reckless at times, and that's why he gets hurt. But he throws his body out there a lot. So
Yeah.
I would love to see him and Ricochet after that Royal Rumble top rope cross ring clothesline in a match. That would be a great match.
Yeah, he's pretty. I mean, when the match with Roman Reigns was great. That was a great match. When he got hurt, he tore his ACL or something in that match. But him and Roman Reigns, that was a great match.
Oh, one of his first matches where he went off the top of the cage or whatever it was.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was in Saudi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next match, women's championship, Io Sky and Bailey. I got Bailey winning this.
I got Bailey too. I love Bailey. Bailey's my favorite. She's my favorite women's wrestler by far. She's been a little bit sloppy in the ring, but I love Bailey. I just don't know her being a face is good. She's so great as a heel. I love her as a heel. She's great in the mic. And I like Io Sky. I think Io Sky is the best one from Damage Control. And I don't think she's been in a position to do well in matches that I think she can, because she is a good worker, but she hasn't been in there with somebody as equal, with her to kind of perform that great match. And I think Bailey can do that with her. I think this is going to be a really good match. I just hope Bailey is not as sloppy as she's been in previous matches, but I think Bailey wins, but I think this is going to be a good women's match. I like both of them as workers in the ring.
And I mean, there's already the feud, but I think this sets up a couple of matches. I think Io gets the belt back, maybe at Payback, the one after WrestleMania. But I think Bailey walks out. You're right. As a heel, she's great. But going against them after working with them maybe draws out some of their mic skills because, Damage Control, they do a lot of damage to themselves when they talk on the mic.
Yeah. Well, Bailey was the best one on the mic, though.
She was the best one.
Even in the Royal Rumble, she was on the mic. She would scream out, and what's the line? She was like loser. Like she'll just say she's funny. Even without the mic, she'll scream at the announce table. I think she said loser or something. I thought it was funny. She said it to this guy. Who's the guy that's been doing announcing forever? I can't get his name.
Michael Cole.
Michael Cole, yeah. So I mean, she was, all the other ones. Obviously, they can't speak. I don't think they speak good English anyway.
No, and they don't. But I noticed they're kind of pushing Dakota Kai to talk a little more. She's not good either.
No, she's not
good in the ring, but she's not a good mic person.
No, you're right.
All right. So next one. World Heavyweight Championship, the belt The Rock is going to make disappear, he says. Rollins versus McIntyre.
He's going to make the belt disappear. How's he going to do that? Is he magic?
Well, he said on Raw. Dude, he's the final boss.
He's the final boss.
Yeah, I know he's the final boss. I understand he's the final boss.
So what do we think?
I think what you said might happen. I think that's the best way they can do it. Where Drew wins, maybe he wins by the bloodline interferes and helps Drew win, and then somehow then Priest comes in and cashes it in on Drew, and Drew goes to the same thing, like he had the title, and once again he gets screwed over, like he has been getting screwed over in the past.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day, because I'm pretty sure Drew is re-signed. They haven't really officially announced it, but they wouldn't be pushing him in this spot if he hadn't.
Right.
But the way his character is going with the whole I didn't get this. I didn't get that. You know, the whiny crybaby thing. Okay, cool. Go run with that. This would be one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah.
Seth can then go have a surgery. He's out for a while, do what he needs to do to get better, spend time with his kid and his wife, who's going to be a little ego hurt after her match, you know, and it starts that feud with Priest and McIntyre. And I think Priest has earned it. I mean,
Yeah.
Priest is 40, 41, 42. I love Damian Priest in the ring. He's got a lot better on the mic. I think two big guys like Drew and Priest could put together some good matches.
Yeah, I think, and Drew's gotten much better on the mic too. He's funny. Now, did they make CM Punk the referee in this match? Was that?
He's the commentator
of the match. Okay.
So he's probably going to get involved somehow.
Yes, he will.
Yeah. Which I think that's great that they put him in there, you know, because he technically doesn't like either one of them, and you know they troll each other on Twitter, which is funny.
You know,
but yeah, I can see Drew winning. But I think he wins on interference. I don't think he wins clean. I think the bloodline interferes somehow. I don't know if it's The Rock or if it's you know, Solo or the Usos. Somebody's gonna interfere, make Seth lose, and then Priest comes in and cashes it in afterwards.
Yeah, and that'll set up them for a little bit. If Punk helps Drew lose, or if Punk helps Drew lose versus the cash in, that sets up them two when Punk can come back, which what are they talking? SummerSlam, maybe Survivor Series?
Well, another thing, I think they're supposed to go back to Scotland. I think they're supposed to go back to Scotland in a few months.
They are.
Okay, so then that's why I think Drew will probably headline. Obviously, he's going to headline that. I don't know, as champ or maybe for the title. So that'll be.
And you know, he lost last time, so maybe he goes in there as a challenger this time, wins it. Punk comes back. Wow, we just set up WWE for the next 6 months.
Yeah, we should be writing. We should be writing this stuff.
Yeah, there you go to the nuns of the one viewers. There you go.
Freddie Prinze Jr., you guys got it.
Do you share that? You share this in the group, or you share this on your social media?
This is on the group and on YouTube right now. I got to get the other ones going.
Okay, I'll share it in my community post on YouTube as well after this.
So you guys know what's next, right? There's only 2 matches left.
Right.
And we'll start with Saturdays because we'll probably just cover both of them in this.
Right.
Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth.
I don't see how the final boss is going to lose. I mean, he's The Rock. He's the boss. Post some Vince McMahon kind of shit. They're going to end up winning. You know what I'm saying? Because also, you know, that'll put Cody's back up against the wall even more than it already is. So I think it's going to be Rock and Roman. I don't know, clean or whatever, but I again, it's the final boss. He's not going to lose at WrestleMania. And again, that just puts Cody's back up against the wall even more, you know, for another mountain for him to climb. And I hope he does.
All right, I'm going to go next because I'm pretty sure Thomas may say the same thing I'm going to say. Probably. He's been doing it all night. I think Max is right. The Rock and Roman win this night, makes it Bloodline rules. But what I think is going to happen, kind of like SummerSlam last year where Cody got beat to hell by Brock Lesnar and won. Brock shook his hand. They're going to go into Sunday night. Cody versus the Bloodline. He's gonna get beat. His family's gonna be there. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna do all that stuff. They'll have all this interference.
Cry babies.
Right? Yeah. But The Rock turns after he sees how much Cody goes through. Roman loses. Cody wins the belt. That sets up Roman for The Rock, which is what they've been wanting for years, but they didn't do it this year because of the fans wanted Cody. That's what I think.
I think Cody gets screwed again.
I don't think they can't. Not for 3 years.
Why not?
It's tough because it's really nobody really knows, like, because you can't make it that obvious. And the obvious is Cody finishes his story. That's the obvious. Like this, like that's, to me, that's the obvious for every wrestling mark in the world, is that Cody finishes the story, because it's the same thing you say, how do you make this guy lose again? You know, back-to-back years, and how more over can Cody bet? Like, if Cody doesn't win, that's it. Like is he gonna still be as over as he is, you know, now? I don't know.
Especially
I think
with
Cody's
Vince,
okay with not winning the title right now. I think
with Vince not around, it might happen, because you know Vince holds a vendetta. You know what I'm saying? Like Cody may have never won that belt if Vince was still around. Vince
no,
didn't
it's
care
true,
about
but
that.
with Vince around, they've always finished other guys' stories. You saw guys like Eddie Guerrero win at WrestleMania. You saw Chris Benoit win WrestleMania. These are guys that you would normally not see. I say, you saw Rey Mysterio kind of be a world champion at WrestleMania. So I think Vince is not around. You might not get that typical, you know, obvious ending, you know, because we do get obvious endings in pay-per-views with WWE. And we're like, oh, come on, man. We saw that coming a mile away.
Oh yeah,
And I do think that's a scenario. I think everybody thinks The Rock is going to turn. I do think that does happen, that The Rock helps Cody win, or, you know, or somebody interferes, because you're going to get maybe an Austin or a surprise person come in, help Cody, and then still The Rock has a chance to help Roman and maybe hit Roman by mistake, and maybe Cody wins. But then there's a part of me like saying,
too.
yeah, but there's still a part of me that says that's still too obvious, right? Like you know, the obvious would be for Cody to win, and I think they screw Cody again, you know, and I think.
See, I don't see him doing 2 years. I think last year was his punishment from Triple H for the whole, you know, bashing the throne.
Okay.
You know, because Vince isn't there. I think last year was his punishment. But how are they going to make Cody go again without a belt for a year? I mean,
he could still be champ, or maybe he doesn't want to be champ right now. Maybe he wins it somewhere mid, you know, SummerSlam or Survivor. Maybe, you know, maybe WrestleMania is not it.
He would want to win in WrestleMania. His dad never done it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. That's the story, is him winning it at WrestleMania.
Right. Him winning at WrestleMania, him winning at SummerSlam. Yeah, that's their number 2 pay-per-view. WrestleMania is it. WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of wrestling. You know, to me, the question is, how's he going to win it? I think The Rock helps him win it, which also begs, or not begs, but it brings up points. Rock with the whole loser, you know, the L pointing up. But he also said he's going to hand the belt to Cody's mama and say, "You're welcome." What else could that mean?
That's true. And there's been a lot of little signs like that too. You're right. You know, I don't know, but it's just a part of me. Like, I think you're right. I think you're, and I think a lot of people kind of feel the same way. And the question is how Cody wins. But there's a part of me that says Cody loses because it's just not what people will expect. And they're like the shock factor. And then it's just, you know, and that's what makes a good WrestleMania. That's what makes a good show, because something happens that we didn't expect would happen.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting.
I mean, Cody crybabies again.
Hey, the fans have spoke a lot in the last few years. I mean, you had the Yes Movement with Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, and you had this, which I don't think this one was as big as the other two, but I think it just set it up. Hey, if The Rock's going to be around a little bit more on the board, they threw this whole new character, which I love from The Rock, the final boss character.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, and The Rock is jacked. How much is he going to do in a ring? You know, putting him in a tag match is great. Having the two-night WrestleManias helps this story, because how much is going to come out in 2 different matches?
Oh, yeah.
I agree. But I got 2 questions. So, my first question is, if you were the bookers, how would you write the story? And 2, would you be happy if Cody wins because The Rock helped him, or because The Rock accidentally help them. I think I
Accidentally.
wouldn't be okay with The Rock helping Cody at the end after all of this. I think it's just too, I want to say kind of corny and predictable. I'd rather have The Rock help Cody by mistake, and and still Cody and The Rock are still kind of like, feuds somehow, or enemies, or whatever you want to call it. But that leads to The Rock and Roman, what I'm saying, as well, and let them feud. But I don't want him to openly kind of help Cody win the belt, because I think that would make it kind of corny.
Well, you have this option. You said, does The Rock help Cody win, or does he accidentally help him win? Or what about this? What if he refuses to help Roman beat Cody? What if he just says, no, you do it? What if he holds the whole bloodline back and says, no, let them do it?
Yeah, I like that. I already helped you enough. We did this. I beat him up, 2 weeks ago. Then we beat him up last week. I did enough. Now you finish it. That'd be good. I'd like that.
And if he does nothing, he could still hand that belt to Mama Rhodes, saying, "You're welcome." To me, that was the biggest key. Was like, "You're welcome." Okay, something's going to happen. They're dropping these hints.
Yeah.
With Vince, they didn't drop a lot of these hints like they used to, but I think it's going to be exciting. I'm going to watch it both nights, or at least hopefully I'll wake up for the main event. The other ones don't put me to sleep.
I like that one better, but I think me personally, as a wrestling fan, I don't want to see Cody win because The Rock openly helped Cody. I think that would be corny, in my opinion. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him be like, you know what, like he hits Roman by mistake, and then Roman pushed like that. You have that, they push each other, like, what are you doing? And then he rock bottoms Roman, and then Cody pins. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, no.
I want to see. I don't want to see that, because that means he's helping Cody after all that you did the last 2 weeks. I don't want to see that. And then Cody wins, and I'm like, really? He won like that? I wouldn't be happy. Me personally, I wouldn't be happy with that.
Right.
Maybe like the whole missed chair shot thing, maybe, Rock's going to hit Cody and he jumps out of the way and Roman comes.
Something like that. I can face. And then, Roman and Rock, they can have their feud and they could continue that story. But, and then Cody will just be like, still, F the Rock, F Roman, like whatever. He finished the story in the end, I can live with that.
Yeah.
They could be building this up for Rock and Cody at WrestleMania next year too, though.
The what?
Rock and Cody at WrestleMania for next year.
No, I think it's going to be Rock, because if you look at it, WWE's got a lot of money to make with Cody as the champ. Roman right now doesn't need the belt. There's so many people that just, and I'm one of them, that can't stand the fact he doesn't defend the belt. He shows up, he doesn't defend it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't
except on pay-per-views.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not even every pay-per-view. So Cody gets the belt. There's your money making with him. But then you still have a whole nother entity with the bloodline.
Yeah.
You've got the fight over who's the tribal chief of the bloodline.
Yeah. And I can see Cody being the champ, and later down, I can see Gunther beating Cody for the world title.
That could happen by SummerSlam.
Yeah, that I can see happening.
Yeah, I don't see Cody holding the belt for long.
No.
I would say if he holds it, SummerSlam, maybe the longest. Survivor Series, I don't see him going a whole year like Rhea just did.
Yeah,
with her belt.
I agree.
I know they just kept it on Roman for about 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I see all the memes on there. He's had it for this long. Hogan had it for this long. The title defenses are way lower, and Hogan didn't fight all the time.
Yeah,
Hogan
but he
never
did
fought.
some of the house shows at least. That's,
Yeah, he did some house shows. Hey, who doesn't remember Saturday night's main event?
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Be on there, every now and then on primetime wrestling, there'd be a taped house show match, but Yeah, I could see.
Yeah, but you're right. Roman does he even go out on the road? Does he even do house shows?
No, hardly.
Hardly. Yeah, he hardly does
Yeah.
house shows. I mean, I think they do it in big places. Like if they're at the Garden, I think he'll show up. He'll make an appearance. Or if they're like in a big arena with a big fan base, I think he does show up. But he doesn't really do many house shows either.
Yeah, and with WWE, what is it? 2025, they switched to Netflix.
I think so.
Yeah.
So they're switching to net. Raw is switching to Netflix. SmackDown's going to USA. So USA isn't going to need as many viewers as SmackDown.
Yeah.
So, Fox has been pulling it. Hey, dude, Roman Reigns pulls in viewers. We need him. Right now, they're pulling in The Rock. They're pulling in insane amount of viewers with him. When they go to USA, they won't need that many. Netflix is gonna. So what are they gonna do with their champions then? Who's gonna be around? Because Netflix won't need Roman Reigns because you got how many millions of viewers already on there?
Yeah, it's true.
Which I'm not a member of, so hopefully I can watch it on my TV myself without saying anything else.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But I think this WrestleMania this main event, I think is going to be better than last year's. Shoot, it may be the better one in the last few years, unless you guys disagree.
Well, last year was good. I thought last year, the first night, the main event, I thought that the tag match, I thought that was
that was really good.
With the Usos and Zayn and Kevin Owens. I thought that was a great match. Yeah. I really thought the Usos were going to win that match, but I thought that was great. And then Cody and Reigns was good. I didn't like the ending. I thought the ending it could have been better. But yeah, last year's WrestleMania was pretty solid. But this WrestleMania I think is going to be better. There's a lot. There's other matches that can steal the show that could be better, like that AJ Styles LA Knight match. I think that could be a great match. The ladder match is a ladder match. The tag, I think that could be great too. I'm interested to see who wins. I think that's going to be a great match. Just because it's a ladder match, right? And so the women's titles, both matches, I think will be good. Rollins and McIntyre. I mean, I think this WrestleMania is lined up to be one of the best WrestleManias on paper, but we'll see how it turns out.
So we got a couple comments. So apparently YouTube, you can see their names. Whoever Gene Ping is, hi-yo everybody.
Yeah, you get to see
is All Elite. Oh, okay. Good job, Gene Ping. Vince ain't going to All Elite. Vince won't be making a public appearance anywhere.
No, unless it's from a prison cell, maybe. No.
And that's if he even goes to jail.
They'll probably have him on house arrest or something. I think he's definitely going to do time somehow. But
oh yeah, he's definitely going to do time.
I don't even know if it'll make it to trial.
You don't? Wow.
I mean,
why? How do you figure?
Well, look at all the stuff that's been
Aren't
going
the feds on this though?
I don't think so. Did Michael Jackson?
But that went to trial. Didn't that go to trial?
Oh, it was a civil one, wasn't it?
Honestly, I don't know.
That did go to trial. Maybe it was civil, but yeah, I think Vince gets off on that. He sold so much stock. I mean, Vince made out like a bandit on this.
Yeah.
And if he does go to jail, dude's like 80.
That's insane. He'll probably be like in some house arrest or something. I don't know.
Now, and this is just something that came up before we went on air to the ones of the nuns of our viewers. The Shane McMahon's son, Declan, has been putting some stuff on Twitter. So there's talk perhaps Shane and Declan show up, because remember last year Shane showed up, hurt himself in that. Dude, that was horrible.
Oh yeah.
What was that? What do you got? Which match was that?
That was against the Miz, where he tore his quads, and then Snoop Dogg came out, and dude, you could tell Snoop was high as hell when he hit him.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, and so Does Shane come
Good
out
job
with
for Snoop
Declan?
to improvise, though.
It took a while for Snoop to catch on. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, he was high, bro. I mean, come on.
you're right, but and if Declan does show up with Shane, what match do they show up? They don't have a Hollywood really gimmick match in here like they usually do.
No, it's true. Have they announced any like special guests, like celebrities for this?
CM Punk for the commentator of Drew McIntyre match. That's it.
Yeah, but not celebrities like Snoop Dogg. Like, who's the host? Like, remember they used to always announce like somebody would host.
Max, you gonna look that up for us, buddy?
I can, sure.
But I haven't seen.
So
the
Miz. So they haven't said the Miz was going to MC it or whatever.
I thought the Miz was the host last year.
He
The
was.
Miz,
He did a
that's
pretty
what
good
I'm saying.
job.
The Miz was the host, and the year before was it was a female. I thought it was a female. It was what's the girl's name that she used to be with Wyatt?
I have no idea.
The girl that used to be with Bray Wyatt in the House of Fun.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I think wasn't she a host one year?
I don't know.
I think she was a host one year. If it was the year before, not the year before, but maybe the year before that. But yeah, they haven't.
Yeah,
they haven't announced anybody. Like,
yeah, they don't do the. Remember back in the day, they did the guest ring announcers, the guest timekeepers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the national anthem.
They don't do that.
Yeah, that's yeah. Interesting. What do you guys think about the Hall of Fame? You guys are okay with who they inducted, who they left out again?
I do not think that Rocky's mom should be in. What has she done?
I don't either. I thought that was pretty.
I didn't even know
actually,
that.
But
Rocky's mom is being inducted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
Because she was the grandma, I guess, she was the mother figure to all these, famous wrestlers.
But
right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So what is she? She's supposed to be like what? As like the special, like usually they have like a special guest inductee or something like that, like Pete Rose or something like. Is that what she is?
The honorary celebrity this year. That celebrity is Muhammad Ali, I believe.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Okay, that's fine.
Muhammad Ali's good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But why The Rock's mom? There's so many other
Grandma
wrestlers.
Maivia, no.
I don't like that Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo are in as tag team. I think they should have went in separate.
Make it?
Yeah, they're it's Mike. That's the only problem I had with this year's inductees that I knew of because I didn't know Rocky's mom. Yeah, they're getting inducted as a tag team though. I think they should win in individually because Barry Windham was great individual, and
he
so
was amazing.
And Mike Rotundo, and Mike Rotundo was a tag team champ with DiBiase, and I think he tag team with Dan Spivey too.
Yeah.
So I mean, Mike Rotundo could have went in on his own, and I know why they put Mike Rotundo because of Bray Wyatt.
I think the reason that's why they put both of them in because they're
but I think Wyndham should be by himself. Barry Windham was a great worker. He was a world champion. He was an NWA world champ.
Yeah, right? He held it for a minute too. Yeah,
and then he lost to
one of the original Horsemen.
Yep, he was a Horseman. He had great matches with Dustin Rhodes. He was a TV champ, US champ. Barry Windham was great. I mean, I think they both deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but I think they should have went in individually. I think as their solo because the Rock and Roll, not the Rock and Roll, the USA, what is they called, the USA Connection,
the US Express.
They were a good tag team, but they was only around for like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, but I think
and guess what tag team is not in the Hall of Fame and should be in the Hall of Fame?
The Rougeau brothers.
The Express.
You're the Rougeau for real?
Yeah, the fabulous Rougeaus.
I'm gonna give you another chance. I'll give you another chance.
That's a better tag team. Strike Force.
No, but I'll bring up Strike Force in a minute because Strike Force was Rick Martel and Tito, right?
Yep.
Tito's in. Rick Martel should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
Rick Martel's another one that should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not. But the tag team I was thinking about, Demolition is not in the Hall of Fame.
Are they not?
No,
You're right. They should be.
they should be in the Hall of
Who's
Fame.
that?
I do not know why they're not in the Hall of Fame.
He said Demolition.
What?
I'm almost
That's
positive they're
crazy.
not in the Hall of Fame.
Now this
I'm on
is the
it.
first year where Vince hasn't been a part of it.
Yep.
So maybe some of those guys get in. I know I'm one of the Rougeau brothers on Facebook. We're acquaintances.
Okay.
And he was pissed when they announced the Maivia because why aren't the Rougeaus in there as a tag team?
Well, which one you're friends with? The Mountie?
Yes, the Mountie.
The
You friends
Mountie
with
was
him?
good. Yeah, I think the other one is not really, but the Rougeaus are on the Bushwhackers are in the Hall of Fame, right?
Okay. Well, you brought them up. What about Killer Bees? Are they in there?
No, but the Bushwhackers are in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna check right now.
If they're in the Hall of Fame, then the Rougeaus and the Killer Bees should be in the Hall of Fame. And why is Demolition? Demolition?
Yeah,
They won the
Demolition is
titles.
definitely not in.
Huh?
Demolition is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and they should be in over all those teams.
Yeah.
Bushwhackers
are WWF back then pushed Demolition over the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
To get even with Legion of Doom for being with a rival. It's like, no, dude, that ain't right.
I mean, and if you didn't want to induct all three of them because Crush was the third member, but the original
two.
The original
That's
two
me.
should be in.
Axe and Smash.
I think one of them passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too.
No.
Fairly recently.
I
don't
think Axe.
so. Maybe it was Axe. Crush?
No, Crush passed away.
Because there was a signing in Illinois I was going to go to, and they were the guests, Demolition.
Oh, both were okay. Because Crush did pass away. That I know. But I thought Axe or Smash, one of them, but I guess not. Okay. But they definitely should be in the Hall of Fame.
But
Killer Bees are not in the Hall of Fame either.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Their butt sting move? Come on.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the Mounties, the Rougeau brothers, yeah, but the Mountie, see, there's Jacques Rougeau and then Ray Rougeau. I think Jacques Rougeau was the Mountie.
Yes.
I think he should be Hall of Fame. He was a good worker. He was around a long time. Like he could go in individual by himself. But the Bushwhackers are in. If the Bushwhackers are in, then all those other teams got to be in. The Bushwhackers never won the titles.
No, the Bushwhackers in WWF, that's what it was back then.
Yeah.
They were the comedy act. They were the comedy act before Santino Marella and R-Truth.
Yeah.
I mean, they kept the kids entertained. Oh, Doink the Clown, they were the entertainers.
Yeah. But Doink the Clown, what's that? Matt Bourne was a good worker. He was good.
He was. He
was a good wrestler.
I'm not trying to knock him. I'm just saying as the entertainers.
No, as the entertainer, yeah. And for what WWF was, they were cartoonish kind of like, so that was perfect, But for Demolition not to be in the Hall of Fame, that's crazy. I don't understand that. And the model Rick Martel. Rick Martel, not only WWE, but he was an AWA World Champion, I think, twice.
Mm-hmm.
He had a feud with Stan Hansen, right? Stan Hansen, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Rick Martel has been around a long time. He was always the guy that would last long in the Royal Rumbles, if you remember. Like, Rick Martel would be in there like 30, 40 minutes, then get eliminated.
They'd be sitting in a turnbuckle, just chilling.
Yeah, so I don't understand how they do this Hall of Fame. Rocky's mom, I don't know.
That was done to appease Rocky. I mean, yeah. But I think hopefully now, and it would be great if they actually built a Hall of Fame. That's one I would love to go to.
Yeah.
If they actually built one. But maybe it changes a little bit now with Vince not being, because Vince, everybody knows he holds grudges.
Yeah.
How long did it take the Macho Man? It should not have taken that long.
No.
For the Macho Man, whether or not he was bumping uglies with your daughter, he was the Macho Man.
Look how
Ooh,
they
yeah.
Look at China. China only got in because of DX, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
But China should have went in regular.
Yeah. Well,
because
the whole move to the porn thing kind of, and yeah, that was after. And I think Paul Heyman, getting back to our original one, he's definitely deserving.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I do not think it should be Roman Reigns putting him in.
No. I don't know who would you have him put in there? Like
Brock or somebody from ECW?
ECW, God, who was the announcer? Joey Styles?
I thought they were going to bring Joey Styles, yeah.
Yeah, that's who I think it should be.
Yeah.
Or I mean, hey, if you want to go crazy, back from the old days, WCW, let Jim Cornette induct him.
Who else was he the Dangerous Alliance, right? That was his stable.
Yep.
Who was in that stable? You had Rick Steiner, Mike Rotundo. Right? Mike Rotundo was in that one. I think he was in the alliance, wasn't he? Why I feel it was Rick Steiner, Mike Rotundo. I can't remember the other guy. But yeah, Kevin Sullivan, I think, was in Dangerous Alliance too. I mean, there's a bunch of other guys. Roman Reigns should not be inducting Heyman.
They're making it out like a rock fest.
Yeah, I'd rather have Brock than Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Brock should,
Brock over Roman, but I would have an ECW original induct him in. That's just
Tommy Dreamer.
That's
Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer.
Should have been Tommy Dreamer.
Or Taz.
Yeah.
God, who else got in? US Express,
Heyman. Who?
Muhammad Ali. Somebody I never heard of before. I'll pull it up here in just a second. Oh wow, Dangerous Alliance was Stone Cold was in there, or let me phrase that. Stunning Steve Austin.
That's right.
Rick Rude, Arn Anderson.
Right. Yes.
Larry Zbyszko and Bobby.
Larry Zbyszko, yes. Because I remember Paulie, he had the big cell phone.
Yes,
yep, big cell phone.
Yeah. It was Paul E back then.
Paulie, yes. Paulie Dangerously.
Yes.
Paulie Dangerously, yep.
Wow, man, I've been watching wrestling a long time.
Yep, I know.
To remember this.
Yeah, see? Oh.
Can't really see.
Nah.
I know, huh? Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, Rick Steiner used to come out with the wrestling gear.
Yeah, he had
that was before Scott Steiner, I think.
And the Letterman jacket.
Well, Scott Steiner, when they were first a tag team, they both came out in the University of Michigan gear.
Yeah. But I think Rick Steiner came out before Scott, right?
Oh, yeah, years before.
Yeah.
He was a dog-faced gremlin well before.
Yeah.
Yep.
I definitely liked Rick more than I liked Scott as a wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick was great. Scott was good in the beginning because Scott did all those moves that
until he started really roiding out. Then he lost it. Was he got too big? All he could do was just gorilla press slam everybody.
But they used to both do really good suplexes, but then he did the Frankensteiner.
Yes, the Frankensteiner. I was trying to think of the name of that.
He worked in Japan and learned those moves when wrestling in Japan. And the Frankensteiner was the original Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, it was one of the first, he was one of the first guys to do that. And he was a big dude. I mean,
yeah.
He was huge and then he just got bigger.
Yeah.
The other inductees that we didn't name, Thunderbolt Patterson.
Who?
Thunderbolt Patterson.
He's an old school guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah, Bruiser. Yeah, so I just quickly saw Bruiser Brody's name in there as I was scrolling up. And Bull Nakano.
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Did you say Bruiser Brody just got in?
No. As I was scrolling up, like in the middle of the paragraph about it, I saw Bruiser Brody.
I was like, man, I thought he was already in, but okay.
He should be.
I don't think he's in, Bruiser Brody.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you just
there's a lot of guys that are not in that should be in.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, in all honesty, a couple years ago, they put in Coco Beware. Come on.
I don't understand that.
Because you know what? I think Vince, literally, I think it was a big joke to him.
It might have
I don't think he took his Hall of Fame very seriously. I think it was a joke.
Come on, because you got guys like Rick Martel, Haku. I think Haku's another guy.
Yeah.
Did they put the Midnight Express in?
I don't know if Midnight Express is in.
I think so. I'm pretty sure the Midnight Express. I'll check out on that one here in just a
Check
second.
that one
but
because
That's
yeah.
a whole nother
Bruiser
episode.
Brody made it in 19.
huh?
Bruiser Brody made it in 19.
Okay, so he's okay.
Wow, it took him longer than I thought, but at least he's in.
Midnight Express should get in because Bobby Eaton was a great worker. I liked that was a great tag team. But it's so weird. You got the Bushwhackers in, No Demolition. That's the one that kills me the most. You got Tito Santana, who deserves to be in, but no Rick
He's not
Martel.
in. That's crazy.
Who?
The Tito Santana isn't in.
No, he is in.
Oh,
No,
okay,
he's
I'm sorry.
in, but not Rick Martel. You know, and then Tito Santana deserves it, but Rick Martel, he wrestled for a long time, and he was a world champion. You know, for a big promotion.
No, the Midnight Express are not in still.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And maybe that's
that's
Jim Cornette issue.
I was going to say that's Vince holding the grudge against Jimmy.
Jim Cornette.
That's what I was just saying.
Yep.
But Vince is
Jim
gone.
Cornette's not in the Hall of Fame, right?
Oh
I don't
no,
think so.
no way.
Oh,
I'm not even going to look at it. If the Midnight Expresses aren't in, Jim Cornette's not in.
Yeah. So that makes sense because Jim Cornette should be in.
Unless he got in with Yokozuna, maybe, but I doubt it.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, wow.
So yeah, that's a whole nother episode. We could do another one just on WWE Hall of Fame's yay or nays, like we've been doing with the NFL.
Yeah, that'll be good. I like that.
We could maybe do a midweek one next week.
Okay.
Sure.
So, but I know Dinnermuth's probably ready for bed, being super late there. I know I'm ready for bed here.
East Coast.
Max is ready to eat dinner while we're ready to go to bed.
Right. Exactly. I'm starving. But
have you ever guys heard of a wrestler, independent wrestler called Marty Bell?
No.
She's a female wrestler. Okay. Now I got a contact with her today, and I was trying to get her on tomorrow, but she's booked for this week. She's an independent wrestler, female wrestler. So I'm trying to get her on my show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I never heard of her until like somebody put me on today. So I was just doing some research on her. So I was just curious if maybe you guys heard of her.
No, I hadn't. I'll have to look her up after the show.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it like Max and pull it up live on stream.
Hey, why not? I don't know this stuff. I'm trying to learn.
That's a stat man. Remember the stat man?
See, somebody's got to be the stat producer.
Oh, there's Uncle Bobo. It's early here. Yeah, you're on the West Coast, Uncle Bobo.
It shows his name. It didn't show the other Facebook username. That's weird.
Yeah, well, it's on YouTube. It just showed up. If you look at the symbol, I see the YouTube symbol.
Oh, it's a YouTube, not Facebook. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
So, but we'll call it a night.
Makes sense.
Thanks to the ones of the twos of the nuns of the viewers. We'll catch y'all next time. We appreciate everyone coming on.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. This was fun.
Yep.
Good night.
Yeah, we'll do it again.